Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I give you a warm welcome this morning to Emirates Stadium. My name is Rohit Patni. I'm co-founder of YESpay and director. I'm joined today by a number of colleagues from YESpay and WorldPay, and I think most of you probably know some of us, and during the course of the day, I hope you'll get a chance to meet everybody from the business. So we're concluding here at Emirates with a roadshow that we've been doing for the past week and a half across the UK to go and meet with our key partners, key clients, and new opportunities and prospects. And as I say, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you here today at Emirates. Last week we kicked off at Old Trafford. We were there on the Tuesday. Maybe we should have planned that for the Wednesday, then we would have been there when Sir Alex had given his retirement notice. But that was an excellent venue, very similar, very red there as well. We then trooped up to Edinburgh at the castle, typical Scotch mist in the morning, and then the following day over to Dublin for a couple of Guinnesses, really. So we're here today, and we've got a great audience, a mix of key retailers, key accounts, and some key partners within the audience. Really today it's about introducing a number of new things, a number of new innovations that the business has introduced and is going to be introducing going forward. And one of the key aspects that we'll be talking to you about today is our relationship and future within the WorldPay organization. As many of you have probably heard, we were acquired by WorldPay at the beginning of March. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Before I really kick off, what I wanted to do was to give you a little bit of a heads up on YESpay. You're going to hear after myself from John Wilkinson, who's the head of commercial, and he will go through more about the proposition. But really, just a quick heads up on YESpay. We've been providing managed payment services since 2003. We were the first organization, in fact, to provide a fully managed EMV payment gateway in the UK. That is now extended across Europe and into North America. So as a payment provider, we've taken the model of an outsourced and managed payment service across border into a number of new territories. We were also the first. We recognize the issues of PCI, and we're going to be talking about this a little bit and the changes that are going on within that, but we recognized that very early on and became the first gateway in 2006 to become PCI certified as well. So we offered that as a security upgrade to all of our customers. Again, another first, technology moves very quickly within the IT field, as you all know, and cloud computing was starting to rear its head very early on, some years back. And again, we recognize that the use of this technology and the foundation of cloud computing architecture within our data centers was fundamental to provide a significant amount of resilience and robustness to the payments industry, which as retailers and in fact our integrator partners want so badly. You can't afford to have issues with your payment service on a peak Saturday afternoon before Christmas, for example. So since we launched our cloud computing architecture in 2009, we've had 100% of authorization service delivered till date. Touch wood, continue to do that. As an organization, we're over 200 people today. Over 3,000 merchants are using our payment service, and that equates to well in excess of 20,000 points of sale. Now, clearly, we've gone through a big change. And I'm very pleased to announce to the audience here that, as I mentioned, YESpay was acquired by WorldPay at the beginning of March, on March the 6th. That means we're now part of in excess of 3,500 man organization. It puts us into a very unique position, I think, with WorldPay as a global leader in payment processing and enables YESpay to provide a more cohesive solution within the WorldPay family. As part of the relationship now, the foundation of the integrated solutions that you're going to hear about, and that's now going to be branded as WorldPay Total from WorldPay's point of view. You're going to hear about the omni-channel proposition. You're going to hear about how we're addressing full integrated solutions for you as medium and large-sized merchants in the audience and others that aren't here today. The WorldPay Total proposition is slightly different to what YESpay's core proposition is, because it now encompasses the ability clearly through WorldPay to provide acquiring, obviously the managed service, which is through the YESpay link, and also PIN pad rental, which many of our customers are asking for, all under one single contract and supported through one single point of contact through the WorldPay support centers. YESpay is going to be maintaining its independence in terms of acquirers. It's a very important message that we want to put across, that YESpay will remain acquirer agnostic. Though being owned by WorldPay, that's why we've branded up WorldPay Total as a service, but YESpay recognizes, and WorldPay importantly recognizes, that we have many customers who today aren't with WorldPay, but we have to continue to service them. So we will be offering a multi-acquirer, omni-channel payment service on an ongoing basis. So I just wanted to sort of reassure clients in the audience and partners of that going forward as well. In terms of payments expertise that YESpay has built over the last 8 to 10 years, I think it's second to none. And I think what we've been doing is building upon the foundation of our managed payment service and really driving a multi-channel proposition. Now, I want to kind of just give a slight distinction, and I'm sure all of you will appreciate the difference anyway, but multi-channel, you could get a payment system for your retail POS from YESpay. You could then have your e-commerce being supported through a WorldPay gateway. That's multi-channel, but it's not omni-channel. And what we're talking about now as a group organization is to be able to offer you an omni-channel proposition whereby any of your points of sale that you may use today and in the future wish to use are going to be going through a single payment gateway. So it's all about consolidation of your payment service. It's all about helping you improve your reconciliation, reporting, and all the other things that come along with that, ease of deployment of new services and solutions going forward. So really, I think it's a very important distinction. And I think as an organization, YESpay, WorldPay, we are very uniquely positioned now to offer a omni-channel proposition to all of you in the audience today. It doesn't remove the pain that we all feel, unfortunately. And the pain that we feel today continues to be related to accreditations. Some of you in the audience may be using an in-house point of sale system that's been fully integrated with a chip and PIN. You're owning, operating, and managing it yourself. There may be issues coming around the corner, such as the PIN pads that you're using are coming to end of life. What do? I reaccredit. Time, cost, money. PCI issues continue to prevail on that. You're going to have to go through quarterly audits, scans, and so forth. So they continue to be a problem for all of us. Biggest issue as well is that these standards keep evolving and keep changing, and you'll hear about things like point-to-point today. And it's a minefield. Do you as retailers, do you as partners really want to manage those sort of things yourselves? The message we're getting back is actually no. We want experts like YESpay and WorldPay to provide the payment services in an efficient, professional, and a cost-effective manner. So really, adding EMV, PCI, and the costs and timescales of doing that and suffering that, we're finding that the growth of outsourced payment services that we are providing is significantly growing. And that's really what we want to talk to you about today, how we can help you and continue to help you address these issues whilst adopting the best-in-class solutions for payment services. That can't be done without a number of things, though. For us, collaboration is prime. As a business today, over the last 8 to 10 years, as I say, YESpay has built a network of in excess of 350, 400 software partners. Some are in the audience today, and some have been to the other venues that we've been to last week. It's through this collaboration that we've actually been able to address and deploy our payment systems to you as merchants. We've worked directly with merchants as well and helped them upgrade their in-house point-of-sale systems to help outsource their payment processing as part of that. But really, a lot of this is all down to the collaboration. And what is it trying to drive at the end of the day for all of us is trying to drive profit maximization. Do what we do best, focus on our expertise, and let someone else do the things that I'm not very good at doing. So to help do that, you're going to be looking at today multi-channel. How do I adopt new services? How do I bring further stickiness into my organizations? Value-added services like gift card. That's a great opportunity, but I need to have that integrated, yeah? We've done things like Pennies. I don't know if many of you are familiar with Pennies, but it's a charitable donation organization. One of our main customers, the entertainer, I think in the first 6 months, and Item, our partners here, can correct me, but they took over £250,000 through charitable donations in the first 6 months of deployment. I mean, that's phenomenal, rather than having a little plastic box which took a few £100 in a year. You know, these are things that create a little bit of stickiness. But all of our front-end point of sale need to link into your retail systems at the back end, your logistics, your order management, your stock management, and so on. And we recognize that through our partnerships, again, with the integrators, they help do that for you. Brand management, I think, is becoming significantly important, particularly in light of PCI. We've heard of a number of issues, breaches that have gone on in the marketplace, and the impact of that on brand equity, not just for merchants, but actually as payment providers as well. That has a significant impact on us as well. So all in all, we're all trying to build that. And I've kept that slightly separate because I think it is an area that is treated differently to the IT part, but whether it's marketing, I'm not sure. But putting all of these things together to help drive a central omni-channel payment proposition is what we're aiming to do, to help drive that profit maximization. So I think, you know, today we're used to the traditional areas of payments, retail, EPOS systems, kiosks are now becoming very expansive in the marketplace because chip and PIN provides a secure way to pay in an unattended environment. Hospitality, pay-at-table services, need portable devices, e-commerce. We're all familiar with these traditional, I would call, payment environments that we're operating in today. But actually, there's market changes going on. Excuse me. More and more dialogue is happening on assisted selling, and you're going to see some of those solutions on display here. You're going to hear about those in the forthcoming presentations. It's about taking your payment environment away from a fixed point of sale. Take the payment to your customer, help them understand, give them an exciting shopping experience. These are the sort of things that we're discussing today. Social commerce, what is it, 800 million Facebook subscribers. Don't know how many corporates now have a Facebook website, but actually very few trade through their website on Facebook. If you do, I think one of them we looked at, Burberry or Gucci, you actually get routed to the corporate website if you want to buy anything online from them. It's not done in Facebook. It's a great opportunity for all of us. And of course, you know, mobile. Hot topic, increasing in mind share at the moment. And we have solutions today, which we'll talk about, that will enable you to now actually take true mobility with full mobile support going forward. So a lot of exciting things are being talked about. Are they real? Are they being delivered? Well, yes, they are, and we will prove that to you later this morning. Just thought I'd put a snapshot of some of our customers online. Hopefully you'll recognize many of the brands. Some of them are small, so they've adopted managed services with a single store, single till type environments to large venues such as the O2 Arena having to push 20,000 people through their doors on a concert night with 250 POS, they've got to be pretty quick and efficient with that. Tesco, almost 1,000 kiosks, in fact, for photo printing. So it's not part of their main core retail system, so that's a multi-channel solution for them. One day it might become omni-channel with us, who knows. But I think there's a number of other merchants that you see on High Street. Jigsaw, I'll reference that. That is an omni-channel customer of ours. They're using us at their retail point of sale as a fully integrated chip and pin solution. They've integrated our gift card, and they're actually taking payments online. All of those transactions are managed through our Emboss gateway today. So, just to summarize the introduction this morning, omni-channel, PCI, accreditation, value-added services, fault-tolerant, resilient services. That's the sort of theme that we're doing today, but really helping you get introduced to a lot of the innovation that YESpay and WorldPay will be talking about this morning. So just to take you through what you're in for, I'm going to be handing over to John Wilkinson, who will take you through the WorldPay Total proposition. I'll then come back and actually give you a little bit more about what the proposition is, what the solutions are, and how they blend across into a WorldPay and into the continued YESpay offering for managed services. We'll have a short break at that point, realize we need to sort of refresh coffees and so on, so we'll have a short break and have a brief Q&A session at that point as well if anyone has questions. Coming back, we're going to look at the changes that are going on in the market. So what's happening on point-to-point? We will propose our solutions to you to address that. Assisted selling and the standalone terminal marketplace is also actually increasing significantly. They want to have managed services. They want to have an integrated solution. So we'll talk to you about our standalone integrated solution as well. Finish with Q&A again, and of course, you're all invited, please, to join us for lunch at the end of the day. So I'm going to hand over. I would like to say, if you do have any burning questions during any of the presentations, please feel free. We want you to understand and work with us, and if you have anything that you want to clear at that time, feel free to ask, please. So once again, welcome to Emirates. I'm going to hand over to John, and we'll kick off the morning. Thank you.